Right. Okay. Just check my okay. Microphone's hooked up. Everything else is good to go. All right. And yeah, I had to rock the choke shirt because we didn't really choke the game away last night. But man, the play calling had me thinking, man, these guys didn't want it bad enough at all. Buckeye Nation, what's poppin'? If you've noticed, I've been way more active on this channel. Like these last few months, like this last month, I've posted more videos, I think, than I have all summer combined. Like it's crazy, man. Yep. It's insane. Thanks to recruiting, of course. But now the last what is it? Month and a half, ball culminates in tonight. Let's just say the last month or so. Last few weeks, really. Ohio State, as you know, lost last night. And the deeper you dig into that game, the more you start to think, these guys, they didn't really want it like that. They preferred to, I guess, call off the dogs and, you know, take it down a notch. I was hearing about at the end of the game on that last drive, they were out here running like 13 personnel. Like they were putting tight ends out there and taking Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith off the field. Oh, so see what happens. I mean, it's time for that bracket reveal. And by the way, I know you guys are looking at the time I had for the stream, 11:45, and here I am, almost noon. I put it for 11:45 just in case something happened. Yeah, I wanted to give myself a little bit of time. I rarely go live right at the time that I posted. It's Tulane. They're getting ready to see if we know where they're going. There's James Madison. They're excited because Duke winning last night essentially eliminated the ACC. Now, if this was last year and the last previous few years, Duke would have been in because they would have had an auto bid because the Power Four champions got an auto bid. But now it's the highest ranked conference champions, regardless. Power Four G5, the highest ranked. Now they being the committee, could easily put Notre Dame in there. But if they put Notre Dame in over Miami, that's going to cause a firestorm because Miami beat Notre Dame. Is Alabama going to get in? They got their ass beat in the SEC title game, and they have 3 losses. There's a world where they keep Notre Dame and Alabama out of the CFP and instead replace them with Miami and 2 G5 teams. It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird, but I'm here for it. So we're about a minute from the reveal. I'm actually going to look up this bracket I found from Bracketology on On3. This honestly might be what they're gonna do. Iowa State turns down a bowl bid. Damn, really? Well, they don't have a coach now. Well, they do, but yeah, Matt Campbell dipped for Penn State, so damn, they're not going to a bowl. So yeah, that's where it pays to have a 5-7 record, I guess. You're right on the cusp. There might be other like 6-win teams that didn't get in. All right, so let's take a look at Brett McMurphy's projection here. Here's McMurphy's projection. Again, this isn't, this is just McMurphy. This isn't like, oh my God, it's going to happen like that. Hard to say. Yeah, we love Chris Fowler. So here's McMurphy's projection. He has Miami getting in, facing Oklahoma. Winner of that game faces Indiana. And then James Madison would face Oregon. Ole Miss would face Tulane. Winner of that game gets Ohio State. Wow. And then A&M and Alabama winner would face Georgia. So surprised if that would happen. Georgia would possibly face Alabama 3 times. And there's Notre Dame and Miami. Those 2 teams are anxiously awaiting their fate. All right, yeah, so let's see what they got for us. Now, here's the bracketology side of it. Bracketology side. This is just, I think, by the method. This is like the computer, I guess. The bracketology bracket has Notre Dame and Miami getting in. Duke making it. That's not going to happen. Duke's a 5-loss team. They're one highest ranked conference champions. No. No, 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 no. Talk about a firestorm. I am. We would still face Ole Miss and Tulane. Why do I feel like that's our road, right? Ole Miss, Tulane winner, then Georgia, and then whatever happens on the other side. All right, so there's all the reporters on location. I'm getting harassed and heckled by a damn chicken. If you follow my main channel, you know exactly what I'm talking about. A freaking chickens out here freaking cawing outside my window. And my dogs are losing their minds. I swear it's a damn zoo over here, man. It's a damn zoo over here. Dogs and birds. Georgia Bulldog? South Carolina Gamecock. Or I don't know what kind of rooster it is. I don't think it's a fighting rooster. Damn. Hmm. All right. We'll tweet out something on the main channel here. Game day. Alabama, Notre Dame, Miami, James Madison. That's their that's a comparison for some of the last few spots. That's will be the last spot. Fred, chicken outside my window is like saying, "Put South Carolina in. Where's Jackson State?" I think that's a Jackson State bird right there. Yeah, that bird likes Jackson State. Another rooster that used to always hang out my window, that was a South Carolina bird. Wait, bird, I don't think Jackson State's going to make the CFP. They lost, so not even conference champion. Hi. boy. So yeah, we'll see what this bracket looks like. I'm kind of curious to see who they put in terms of like Notre Dame, Miami, and Alabama. Just can't believe it's already the playoff time. You know, like next week is the Army Navy game, or this upcoming week, technically. And then after that, it's bowl season. Reese Davis. Did I say Fowler? That was actually, I don't know why I said Fowler, but yeah, we still love Chris Fowler. Reese Davis is also really good too. Reese has been doing this show every year too. He actually somewhat knows ball, believe it or not. So we're talking to Herb Street right now. So I'll probably just milk the crap out of this too. You assume that it'll be around 12:30 when they finally get to the bracket. You know how they are. Deion Sanders is believed to be at Huntington Bank Field because Colorado's season's over. He's probably going to be at almost every game now, especially because the last time he was at a Browns game, they won. All right. Put in freaking Vanderbilt. Nah, they're not going to do that. Right. Yeah, I don't see them doing that. See Vanderbilt like in a late December, early January bowl game though. But they're not going to be in the CFP. I doubt it. Want to see who Ohio State has to play though. And now they're talking to Nick Saban. Yeah, we already know what they're going to do here. They're going to milk this crap and then they're going to go out and fly through the bracket 12:30-ish. I don't know. Could be like 12:15. They get the bracket out there, and then 12:30 they're done.
Vanderbilt, and Texas, and even maybe BYU, and the whole question of how those playing in a conference championship game really impact their season. When other people are staying home.
Brackets revealed. I'm cutting this off, and I'm getting ready for the Browns game.
I think there are going to be long-lasting ramifications, no matter what they decide. What impact would it have on the conference championship game if Alabama? No. Scheduling.
I mean, I didn't expect them to literally start the show and then jump right into the bracket. No, that's not what they do. They milk the crap out of it all the time. It's what they do. Marty Smith's in Alabama. Jen Lada at Notre Dame. Chris Budden is in Miami. Dana Boyle is at JMU. And Molly McGrath is at Duke. Molly McGrath, why are you at Duke? They're not going to be in. Right? They're not going to put a 5-loss conference champion in, are they? Oh, brother, if they do, oh, boy. But
Just let them should not for anybody to play in the conference championship game. Toughest conference. See, you know we got, but there should be no.
we should be getting a reveal here, hopefully soon. Honestly, I'm glad I didn't go live at 11:45. I would have been sitting here for almost a half hour of just nothing. The AP poll was released. Ohio State fell to third.
Those two losses of the season just by a combined 4 points to Miami and Texas A&M. They also think that those 10 wins that they strung together were dominant by
Wins against subpar competition.
that story here in South Bend. Let's go to Spotted standing arguments. I didn't hear Miami. No, optimism and confidence based on what happened yesterday.
At least Miami and Notre Dame are both confident, but their resumes are different. Miami should be more confident because they beat Notre Dame. Then they lose to Louisville and SMU. Yeah. Say screw it. Put them both in. Notre Dame and Miami. Oh, God. Oh, there's that one person in the committee is like, hey, how about we just put them both in? And everyone in the committee just looks at him like, do you want the world to burn down? Nah, I think only one's getting in. You got Duke. Day off to rest after OT Thriller. Manny Diaz will watch the selection show at home with family. He made his case for inclusion over JMU. You got 5 losses, buddy. You're not going in. Hell no. Can't have a 5-loss conference champion.
Whereas the Blue Devils just beat a top 20 team that had in the playoffs. So I'm interested, Dana, how confident are they with their James Madison? Well, Molly, how dare Reese to pit up again?
How dare Reese put them against each other? Wayne Knight and students rushed the quad after Duke won. Bob Chesney will coach CFP if they're in after being named UCLA head coach. Celebrated Sunbelt title with pizza party following 11 a.m. team meeting. Wow, look at that, huh? Pizza party. Man, I remember pizza parties in school. They always gave us these tiny little slices. Like they were slim, like that. Selection principles, strength of schedule, head-to-head competition, comparative outcomes of common opponents without incentivizing margin of victory, unavailability of key players and coaches that may have affected past performance or likely will affect postseason performance. So, if again, let's go back to that bracket I showed earlier. If this were to happen, Ohio State would, no matter what, be facing a team either losing their coach or that lost their coach in the second round. Man, I would have loved to face that pocket watcher Lane Kiffin in the second round. What do you mean, pocket watcher? Last year, oh no, well, before last season, when we had brought in Caleb Downs and Quinshon Judkins out of the portal, old loudmouth Lane Kiffin was out here talking about how we went out and spent $20 million on the portal. When in actuality, we spent $20 million to maintain our roster, to bring guys back. Probably only spent a fraction of that on the portal itself. And that was mainly on 4 players: Judkins, Downs, McLaughlin, Howard. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We got Tulane, their coach, John Summerall. If they make it, if their season ends, whenever their season ends, he'll pack his bags and head to Florida. He was already recruiting for Florida. And during National Signing Day, because there was 3 days during the period, he was shown in their recruiting videos. When a player would sign, they actually had him in one of the videos. So, yeah. And I'll give Summerall a lot of credit. He pretty much kept that entire class together. I don't know of any other coaches that would have been able to hold that class together. Right? Vibes must be really good in Gainesville right now. But man, going with another G5 coach, hopefully this one works out for him. Speaking of which, too, James Madison, if they were to make it, they would be getting a new coach, too. Bob Chesney's going to UCLA. Sunbelt Bitley is back. He's going to JMU. So there's the bracket. Show me the damn bracket. It's like I said, they're going to milk every second of it. Gonna milk it. Browns are heavy favorites today in Cleveland. Well, of course they are. Of course they are. They're facing freaking Tennessee. If they lose this game, that's tough. Just tells you all you need to know about the mentality of this year. If they lose this game, then. In the box. They're in the box. All right. You're not going to start this game. Oh, man. If someone freaking said I'm not starting a game and they hit me with the Avocados, Mexico, jingle. Oh my. I'd walk off the field. I'd be like, you know what, coach? You're corny. I'm out of here. You're not going to start this game. I'd be like, you're not going to coach this team. Uh, oh, that's funny too. Manny Diaz has an ACC title. Miami doesn't. I guess they really did take Jeremiah and Tate off the field in that last red zone drive. I'm like, man, what the hell are you thinking, Brian or Ryan? What are you thinking? Why are you taking them off the field? That that should tell us all we need to know about their mentality from that game last night. They didn't give a damn about that game. We're going to see that a lot from Ryan Day and company. Purposefully going to sandbag and sell a game to get a better spot in the CFP. I mean, it worked last year, somewhat. They didn't get a first round bye. But now Ohio State's not going to play for 3 weeks. All right, so we should be getting to the bracket here very soon. I'm assuming that this will be the bracket reveal right here. You're not going to start this game. I get that in my head now, damn it. You're not going to start this game. Yeah, Ryan does give me a lot of accusations around Ryan Day. Like, did he sandbag that game? Like it, for sure. They definitely played like it. He did it like a damn preseason game. All right, I gotta get my post done here. All right. You already know the top four seeds. It's going to be Indiana number one. It's just about where they're going to put Ohio State number 2, 3, 4. I don't think they're going to have us at 4. But Indiana number 1 seed. Gee, surprise, surprise. First time they're ever number 1 ranked too. Ohio State number 2. Yeah. All right. Ah, damn it. Freaking hate this damn keyboard sometimes. Yeah. Jaden Fielding. He shanked the hell out of it. Yeah, in the first kick too. He's just lucky it hooked right in. Number 3 is probably going to be Tech or Georgia, and then number 4 is going to be Tech. Georgia and Texas Tech are going to be the next two. It's Georgia. Georgia's number 3. So yeah, Ohio State wins their second round matchup. They would face Georgia in the semifinal. Fourth going to be Texas Tech, as expected. But here comes the fun part. First round matchups. How many G5 teams do we see? Texas Tech, number 4. I would have expected as well. The 4 were pretty much the same the entire year. I think aside from a few weeks where no, actually it was A&M who was top 4, and then they lost. Wow, there they are in the meeting room. All that money they spent on the roster, and they don't even have a stable webcam. That's funny. Choppy ass feed. Comes the really fun part. Finding out who plays in the first round. 5 seed. Oregon. They would get probably a G5 team. James Madison. So they're going to have a home game at Autzen. First round game at Autzen. Up number 6. 6, 7. Second Oregon. Oh, let me turn. Okay, let me take that down. Oh, damn. Ole Miss is 6. Pete Golding's squad potentially facing Georgia. Ooh. Oxford's going to be buzzing. You know, first game without Lane Kiffin. Wow. People in this group chat are saying we got Bama or A&M. They might have them both facing each other. Who knows? A&M. So we're going to have A&M as a 7 seed. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, congratulations. You get a pissed off Ohio State team. And then we'll see who the final higher seed home game will get, or who it'll be. Oklahoma. So yeah, first round games at Autzen Norman, Oxford, and College Station. What's crazy is only one of those games is really up north this year again. The rest of them are kind of like Midwest, and then you have two in the South. Wow. All right. And now comes the final pairings. Who's going to face Oklahoma? Winner faces Indiana. Alabama, Notre Dame, and Miami. If we get freaking Texas A&M in Miami, winner, oh God. Just imagine if they do that to us. I don't think they would. Because we still got the two possible group of 5 teams. Watch it be like Notre Dame, Oklahoma for the 8-9. Number 9 seed, Alabama, of course. Damn, Alabama, Oklahoma to face Indiana? Ooh. Good luck, Indiana. I mean, if it's Oklahoma, I mean, Indiana should beat them. But Alabama, though? Of course they got Alabama. Of course Alabama got in. Watch us get like Notre Dame. Watch us get Notre Dame. A&M winner. The committee. Oklahoma might beat Bama again, honestly. They did it before. They could easily do it again. Alabama's a soft ass team. They could lose to Oklahoma again, especially in Norman. Now to see who will be facing. Miami gets in and face A&M. Oh my God, Miami A&M to face Ohio State. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, you figured they were going to put Notre Dame over. I mean, Miami over Notre Dame. We get Miami and A&M winner. Oh God. Wow. Oh, you know I'm streaming that game. You know damn well I'm streaming that game. Funny how they have the two teams that beat Notre Dame facing off. That's funny. Wow. Wow. A&M and Miami winner. Okay. Wow. Now it's time to find out who faces Ole Miss and Oregon. Is it going to be Tulane and James Madison? If Ohio State was number 1 seed, they'd be facing Alabama, Oklahoma in the next round. Instead, we get A&M or Miami. Smack out Miami in the face if we face them again, or if we face them. We're gonna end their program again. Just like we did in 2002. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, Notre Dame's out. That's tough for Notre Dame. But, you know, lose to those two teams in the. Also, Tulane will face Ole Miss. Winner will face Georgia. And I assume James Madison will get in the final spot to face Oregon. Wow. Be Duke. Prize. So John Summerall's Tulane Green Wave will be headed to Oxford, which isn't too far away, just a state over. And that's where they will face Ole Miss. That'd be fun. Jake Retzloff? Ooh, yeah, that's right. Dave Retzloff, former BYU quarterback. James Madison gets in as the number 12 seed. Wow. Because Duke won the ACC and they went highest ranked group of 5 teams. Oh my God, the streamers. Wow. James Madison. Too bad they got to go cross country to face Oregon at Autzen. Good luck, guys. You're going to need it. Wow. All right, then. That's your first round. So, bracket is set. Notre Dame, the first out. And I'm going to guess BYU is the second team out. It's tough for Notre Dame. And BYU is the second team out. That's tough. That's tough, man. All right. So the bracket is set. And now it's time to prepare. Yeah, I think it was the right move to put Miami in over Notre Dame because they beat them.
I think Bama are my the head-to-head that Joey's talking about. I think
Oh boy. All right. Just looking through Twitter to see the reactions. All right, so let me get the bracket out. I'm going to cut the stream off in a few minutes so I can get ready for the Browns game. All right. Yeah. Wow. So Miami in over Notre Dame and then 2 group of 5 teams. Because no ACC champion. Because it was 7-5 Duke. All right, so here's the bracket. Let me get this bracket up here for y'all. Yeah. Yep. Okay, let me get this bracket up for you guys. And we'll just go over it real quick and then I'm heading out. So again, here is the bracket. Indiana will face the winner of Alabama, Oklahoma. That's a lot of crimson. And then you got Ohio State facing the winner of Texas A&M and Miami. Mario Cristobal versus Mike Elko. Should be a good one. And then Tulane, Ole Miss, winner will face Georgia. And James Madison, Oregon, winner will face Texas Tech. Now, which games am I going to stream? That depends. It depends on the schedule. Because I'm going to do the Friday night game. And then I'm going to do two of the 3 Saturday games. Because they're probably going to have Ohio State. Because Ohio State's off the first week. So it doesn't really matter what games I do. So, like, I'm going to probably do Alabama, Oklahoma for sure. Most likely, unless it's the middle game, which I don't think they do that. I'm hoping to do A&M Miami, of course. That's a gimme because that's our opponent. I got to do a little hate watch of the opponent. See who we got to face. I'll be doing that. A&M and Miami. I'm probably going to end up doing Oklahoma, Alabama. And then you're, I think, going to have a game. I can remember the schedule from last year. But I'm probably going to do 3 of the 4 games for sure. A Friday and 2 Saturdays. Yeah. I mean, if the Friday night game is like Tulane and Ole Miss, I might still do it. Oregon and James Madison, I might end up doing that game too. Depends on the schedule. And then we should be finding out where our game will be pretty soon. I'm gonna wrap this up, guys, and get ready for my Brown stream. Okay, so let's get it on now. All right, should be fun. So shout out to everybody who came through, and again, I'm gonna leave this bracket up as I head out, and hopefully I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes for Browns Titans. All right. That being said, I'm Crazy Dog coming at you on the Buck and Crazy YouTube channel. It's go time now. Got a bye week, and I hope all those guys in that locker room are locked in for this. They all better be like, I hope Ryan Day has them all like just meeting together and watching A&M and Miami together, collectively watching the game. Imagine they have us playing there like at the Fiesta. In fact, if I can remember the bowl games. I think it's what? Fiesta, Cotton, Orange, something like that. The Rose Bowl, yeah, the Rose Bowl. Yeah, Rose, Cotton, I think it's Fiesta and Peach. Like that. I don't know. Guys, I will see you all in about 5 or so minutes. So should be fun. Go Browns, of course. All right, guys. Go Bucks. I'm Crazy Dog. OH. I'm out. Showtime. Let's get it on. Bye-bye. For now. Yeah.